Hey everybody, it's Venetia, and I'm just coming back to do another update on my journey towards vertical sleeve gastrectomy, towards my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So at this point, I'm still in the early pre-op stages, and I am going through the bariatric program for Dr. Gansas, who is a surgeon at Anne Arundel Medical Center in Annapolis, Maryland. Um, At this point, this is going to be a two-part video because I have in the next, today is June 30th, by the way, it's about 6:30 in the evening. So between now and Thursday, I have 6 appointments. So, and then, Friday is the 4th of July. So I just wanted to get everything out of the way so I can enjoy my holiday and don't have to stress about fasting for anything or doing anything like that. I'm going to explain this yawning. I had a revelation this week about this yawning business. So first of all, let me just, my past videos, I don't know how many of my past videos that you all have watched, but I was looking at them and I watched actually all of them, and my take on it is I, the way I personally feel, and like you are very free to form your own opinions, but my personal opinion is I had the right intentions, but not, you know, the right, I guess, resources. I knew what to do, and I tried it, and of course it failed, but I guess I can say I didn't input all the information that was required because I do know that I had an addiction to food, but I didn't know why. And I did know that I was exercising and doing this, that, and the third, and eating better and all that stuff. But I had to get to a point where I figured out why I stopped doing that. And as a result, why the weight came back and brought some more weight with it. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean, I appreciate the past videos that I did, and what I like about it is that it showed me in the moment, and that's why I can appreciate YouTube so much because no, like in any kind of YouTube video that you do, it always tends to capture you in the moment. And so I can always go back and say, well, here I tried this and this didn't work. But then I can also go back and say, well, duh, don't you remember? You know what I mean? So I just wanted to throw that out there. And it all, it all comes to the point where I am now, which is deciding to have this surgery to help me maintain weight loss. Um, my okay, I'm going to tell you about my current mental state regarding this process. Um, I've heard a lot of people say that it was stressful. I don't think, I'm sorry, stress is not the right word in my situation. I'm actually excited about this process, and I mean, like, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to go through the process. I'm happy to go to the appointments because I don't want anything not out on the table when it's time for surgery, because I am that ready to have this surgery. I'm that ready to get my life back. You know what I mean? So, I don't think there's anything that any appointment that I could go to, or any, support group that I could go to where I could be like, okay, I feel uncomfortable doing this, or I won't want to do that. I'm ready. Your girl is ready, okay? Do you see all of this right here? This got to go. This ain't me. I'm too fly for this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm ready for it to go, and I'm ready to be able to do the things that I know that I can do. I want to go zip lining. You know they got a weight limit on zip lining. I want to do all that crazy stuff. But I mean, I feel like right now I feel like I'm like compressed in this little bubble, and I can't get out, and I'm sitting there watching this whole world go by. I'm not getting any younger. I want to be able to go out and experience those kind of things. You know what I mean? And I want to be. Let me tell y'all something. Prime example. I babysat my niece this past weekend. That little thing wore me out, and she's only 7 months old. And that is the truth. I mean, she was crawling everywhere. She was bouncing all over the place. Now, that's my pumpkin wumpkin. but I was so ready for her to go home. You know what I mean? So I mean, but it was, I had to laugh at myself, but I was also, excuse me, but it was also like shameful. It was like a 7-month old is running circles around you, and that was the truth. So, um, I mean, that kind of stuff, it kind of alters my mental state. It kind of, snaps me back into now, into the reality of today, of my current situation. And, um, like, I don't have any fears or any reservations about having the surgery at all. I really don't. Now, the day of surgery, which I don't have a surgery date yet, I'll get one when I see the surgeon again in August. When I have my surgery date, all that may change. I may be terrified, I may be shaking in my boots, but there is nothing but the hand of God that can stop me from going into the operating room. I mean it. So, and like my mental state is just like, I'm ready, but I'm kind of disappointed with myself. Not kind of, I am disappointed in myself for getting to this, for having to wear like waist cinchers and all these kind of crazy girdles that have me sitting up like super straight like this, can't breathe, can't eat more than a cup of food because I feel like my body gonna bust open. That is crazy. And I was thinking back a couple of days ago to all the stuff that I had to do, that I tried to do to lose this weight. And it's insane. Like wrapping plastic around your waist so you can sweat it out, and eating all these crazy diets and starving yourself and doing these extreme work. I mean, it was crazy the stuff that you have to do. And having a surgery truly is a last resort, but it's also like the best tool that I mean, what better way for you to get, snap back into control than having something that's going to give you immediate accountability. You know what I mean? So that, I feel good about it. I don't have any regrets. When people tell me all the time, and like, I probably should stop telling people that I'm having surgery, because I'm a little hot-headed. Y'all haven't seen that. I try to be pleasant on YouTube, but I am a little hot-headed. And it irritates the shit out of me when people are like, no, don't do it. You look fine. Bitch, I wake up and cannot walk. I wake up and have to like remove my belly from my thighs. That ain't cute. That needs help, and it is absolutely unacceptable. I had to catch my breath at the top of the stairs. I have a 7.5 month old baby running circles around me. That is unacceptable. Like, really? And people, and like, I think they kind of do it to be like, to make me feel better. That shit don't make me feel better. You should have been telling me that stuff. Stop, put that plate down. Don't go get thirds and fourths. Don't drink all them empty calories. Go take a walk with me. That's what you should have been telling me. You know what I mean? So that's neither here nor there. So I think that all the people who knows about the surgery thus far is all who's gonna know. You know what I mean? But disappointed in myself, but ready for the surgery. Um, as far as my appointments, and I don't have I showed you all my last video, the notebook that I have for the doctor. The appointments that I have coming up, though, tomorrow, July 1st. Oh, let me tell you this. A hematologist appointment is in order. Initially, it was because I have a history of deep vein thrombosis, which is blood clots. Um, I got some labs drawn maybe a month or so ago now, and it just so happened that I went to go see the cardiologist last week on Thursday, the 26th of June, and she was looking at my labs, and she said, did the surgeon say anything to you about your labs? I said, well, no, not particularly. They had a copy of them, but they, I'm assuming if anything was super out of order, they would call. Well, lo and behold, they called right after my cardiology appointment, and apparently I got all kinds of iron problems and red blood cell problems. Um, so I have iron deficient anemia, really, really bad. So bad that they called and said, hey, have you made your hematology appointment yet? And I said, no, I haven't. She said, well, you need to make one now because I think you need an iron infusion. I said, okay. I have no iron stored in my body, which affects the oxygen that is being being sent through my body into all my cells and organs, which affects my production, which is why I'm always tired. That on top of the cardiologist who told me that you probably do have sleep apnea, you know, if not because of the weight, because of these boobs. If I lay on my back, they're up here. That is not an exaggeration. It is not. So, I'm waiting for insurance approval for my in-lab sleep study. I haven't gotten that yet, and I need to hurry because this video is 10 minutes. So, I hope you guys are still watching. Stay with me, okay? So, I have to go see a hematologist sooner rather than later, so I'm going to go see her tomorrow. Also tomorrow, I'm going to the psychologist in the afternoon. Um, the following day, the second, I am going to see my dietitian for month 2, because remember, my insurance company requires 6 consecutive months of dietitian visits before they will approve my surgery. And on July 3rd, I have the physical therapy appointment, which is the bariatric optimization program that they recommend. Is not required, but it is recommended so that your body can be as strong as possible and as conditioned as possible before and after surgery. It helps with the recovery process. After that, I have a 3-test radiology exam where they're going to do an X-ray, upper GI series, and something else, a CAT scan maybe. And after that, I have a follow-up cardiologist appointment to get an echocardiogram done, which was recommended by the cardiologist. And that's it. Later in the month, I have a bariatric support group coming up and an EGD test where I'm going to be under sedation for a couple hours while they put the scope into my stomach and look around to make sure there aren't any tumors or lesions or anything that's going to hinder my surgery. So hopefully, prayerfully, all those go well. And I'm going to actually come back probably on the 4th of July, really. If not then on Monday the 7th to give you guys an update about how those appointments went. And I should have plenty to say. I'll also tell you my expectations about the surgery that's coming up. I don't want to put it on this video right now because I know I hate watching like 20-minute videos, and this one is almost 13 minutes. So you guys have a wonderful evening. That's all I gotta say. If you have any questions, any comments, go ahead and put them down in the box down there in the comment box, and I will respond to you. Thank you all for my new subbies. Welcome, 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 welcome. That's my new subby. Welcome, welcome, welcome dance. Okay, you guys have a great evening. Enjoy your 4th of July holiday, and I will see you soon.